My dear brother Savage, it's an honor for me to connect with you once again in a longer format video here on YouTube. I hope that I can contribute with some value to you and your Savage journey. In this video, I want to share 3 habits that I want you to apply to your daily life, but also 3 things that I want you to get the fuck away from your daily life as well. All of these things that I share with you is based upon my own experience, okay? I'm not telling you that I know every fucking thing here on the planet. Absolutely not. I'm the first one to admit that I have no idea about anything here in life. So therefore this video is solely me sharing my experiences. So the very first thing that I want you to do every single day when you wake the fuck up is head straight into a ice cold shower. Practice cold water immersion. Many people ask, well, for how long should I be staying in this cold shower? It's going to be tough. If you have never done it before, it is first and foremost a mental obstacle, but you're going to overcome that on a daily fucking basis. This mental obstacle that always is going to be there is going to be smaller and smaller and smaller. So by the time you actually step into the shower and step the fuck out, you have already won. The first thing in the morning, you have already fucking won. So I recommend anywhere between 1 minute to 3 minutes being a very good beginner level. And if you wanted to take it further after that, absolutely. But start off the first 30 days with between 1 minute to 3 minutes of cold water exposure. And you, my friend, are fucking winning. The second thing I recommend for you to do is to stay the fuck away from your phone. Between 60 to 90 minutes from you waking up, you should not have this fucking device in your hand, because you know, like I do, all of the things that we are being bombarded with from our phone is constantly going to steal away our attention and energy. You don't want to do that the very first thing in the morning. Both you and I know that we are going to be on the phone throughout the day. But the very first thing that you do in the morning, rather, is to focus in on what kind of fucking day you want to have. What kind of shit do you want to accomplish? How would you like to treat yourself? How would you like to treat others? These are the things that you should prime your mental existence and your physical existence with, rather than being on a phone, being bombarded with fucking girls dancing on TikTok or whatever bullshit we might be fed. The third habit that I want you to apply furthermore into your life is practicing intermittent fasting. Now, what the fuck is that, you might ask yourself. We have periods of time with food and we have periods of time without food. This is how you and me have been evolving. Our ancestors have been living as well. But nowadays, in this modern era, we're supposed to eat 5 meals per day every 3rd hour. And in between, we should have a few protein shakes and power bars into our motherfucking mouth hole. I don't believe in this whatsoever. Breakfast stands for break fast. Who the fuck came up with the concept that you and me should shove into our mouth holes cereals, peanut butter, jelly, and other forms of fucking breakfast material? I don't believe in that whatsoever. I believe that we should start utilizing the glycogen. All food that we shove into our mouth hole is stored in our liver as glycogen. We should start tapping into those sources before we start shoving food into our mouth hole. Does it make any sense? So the very first thing that I recommend you start practicing is cold water exposure. Second thing is staying the fuck away from the phone, at least 60 minutes up to 90 minutes, and rather spend that time on priming your existence for the day that you want to have ahead. And the third thing is to practice intermittent fasting. Now, we're done with this segment of this video. I greatly hope that you have appreciated and written down a few things that you're going to apply in your daily life. Maybe you already do all of these great things, or maybe you want to add something great to this morning routine. Let me know down in the comment section. The first thing that I want you to get the fuck away from is comparing your Savage journey with somebody else's. You, my dear brother Savage, you are so fucking unique. What I see and what many of my people within the Savage army can be struggling with is the fact that they want to take that very first step, but constantly on their phone, they're being bombarded by different kinds of social media blueprints. How happiness looks like, how success looks like, how fitness looks like. All of this is complete fucking bullshit. Your blueprint is your blueprint. You, my dear brother Savage, have been blessed with another beautiful 24 hours that have never happened and will never happen again. I look upon that as being a great amount of fucking freedom for you to create whatever you fucking want here in life. Align with the Savage that already exists within you. I am not creating a Savage out of you. Okay? You either align with the Savage that already exists within you, or you don't. End of fucking story. And in this Savage army, we are a global community, and we have committed to a daily commitment to evolve on a spiritual, mental, and physical level. So that is the first thing that I want you to get the fuck away from you. Compare your Savage journey with somebody else's. Now, The second thing that I want you to really emphasize and put the fuck away from you as far as you possibly can, and I used to struggle with this myself, so that's why I'm sharing it, and that is, what would other people think and what would other people say about my endeavor or whatever I am doing? I used to have that hold me back so fucking much. I wanted to be, people pleasing. I wanted to be likable. And I realized that whatever I fucking say or whatever I do, people will always have an opinion about it. So you might as well go ahead and be the most authentic you. Be the most authentic self. You, my dear brother Savage, are so fucking unique. And I want to hear and learn about your story. The adversity that you have overcome. The journey that you are on. Let me know down in the comment section what you're currently struggling with or what you have recently overcome. The third thing that I want you to get the fuck away from as well, sorry for all the cursing by the way, but this is how I speak. Maybe it will not suit the YouTube monetization, but this is how I communicate, and I hope that you appreciate this and won't report my white Swedish ass, okay? So the third thing is action over procrastination. I myself used to sit back and plan on how to create these videos that you're watching right now, whether that be on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. I wanted to have the perfect lighting, the perfect thing to say, the perfect sound, the perfect camera. Guess how many videos I was able to produce? Absolutely zero. You're absolutely correct. Then my wife told me, Richard, you need to fucking put the reps in, because within these repetitions are all of the lessons. Okay? All of the lessons happens because you are actually in motion forward. So if you're sitting back and you're wondering, hey, I really want to get started on my fitness journey, for example. Well, the very first thing that I would recommend for you to do is establish your 5 reasons why you want to have any form of change occur in your life. Why is it important for you to get in better shape? Well, number 1, I want to have more energy because, coming home from work, I want to be able to play with my kids. Great. Why is that important to you? Well, my dad and my mom weren't really around when I grew up and that kind of stuff, and I really want to be there for my kids. And also, I have these things that I really want to continue doing, but I simply don't have the energy. 2 reasons, 3 reasons, 4 reasons, 5 reasons. All of a sudden, you're going to layer it down and dig down deep as to why you want to have this change occur in your life. So I can guarantee you, by doing that, you're going to remove all forms of motivation or discipline. None of that shit is required because your 5 reasons why are so fucking well established. So that is the first thing that I want you to do. But that first step must happen. You must fail, you must try, you must be okay with learning through your different kinds of failing. That is part of your fucking savage journey. I fail on a daily fucking basis, but I use failing as a way to measure my own progress. Does that make any sense? I'm not stopping anymore like I used to do. I am just moving onward and forward, and I learn as I go. And with every video that I create for YouTube, for example, and for you, my dear brother Savage, I hope to improve something in my message so that I can be of more support for you. So if I have supported you a little bit at least, let me know down in the comment section. I am here for you, and let's, per usual, have a great fucking day, and let's fucking